So here is your training on the metabolism and our metabolism masterclass. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a training, but just going to cover everything you need to know about your metabolism. And I'm really excited about this one because this is honestly the base that we use to for all clients to lose weight in a long-term sustainable approach without having to do long bouts of cardio and just doing cardio all the time and cutting your calories to super low and doing all that stuff. This is how we make it happen over the long term. So take some notes, pause the video if you need to, but here we go. I'm going to try to make this as easily digestible as possible. So what we're going to cover in this training is exactly what your metabolism even is, how your body burns calories, what causes it to speed up and slow down, a step-by-step guide to keep it from slowing down, some common mistakes and pitfalls that we see a lot of times when it comes to the whole process. So let's jump into the first topic here, which is exactly what is your metabolism. So basically, it refers to how much energy or how many calories your body uses or burns, you could say as well. So a term you'll hear thrown around a lot is TDEE, which refers to total daily energy expenditure. Basically, how many calories your body burned that day. And believe it or not, your Apple Watch or your fitness watch is completely inaccurate. It has no idea how many calories you're actually burning on a day-to-day basis. It can give you a rough estimate, but it can be off by as many as 500, 600 calories. I had a watch tell me one time that I burned like 6,000 calories in a day, and I know that that's not the case. So basically, the metabolism is actually known to be the second most complex thing in the universe besides the human brain. Your metabolism actually changes every single second, and you're never burning the same amount of calories at any given time. So, yesterday you could have laid in bed all day and you could have burned 1,000 calories, and tomorrow you're going to burn you're going to do the exact same thing, but you're going to burn 1,115 calories. Like it changes all the time, and we don't know why. It's super, super complex. But basically, there's two ways how your body actually burns calories. So the first way is on its own, which is just your resting metabolism and thermogenesis. So thermogenesis just means like digesting of food and basically all the inner workings of your system that are going on, your organs working together, all of that stuff. It requires energy to make that stuff happen. So even though you're just sitting in your chair, your body is burning calories just by keeping you alive. And then the second way that your body burns calories is manually, and this is through activity and exercise. So just take a deeper look into exactly what it means to burn calories on its own. So basically, your body has to burn calories just to stay alive. In order to blink, in order to twitch your finger, in order to drive, your body has to use energy and feed the system that's going on in order to make all that stuff happen. So this is known as your resting metabolic rate. So basically, how many calories your body would burn if you just laid in bed all day. Okay, that's known as your resting metabolic rate. And typically it's between 800 and 1,500 calories for most adults. Okay, obviously, we'll talk a little bit later on how you can get to this upper level. But women mainly are going to be on the lower side. Men are probably going to be on the upper side. But again, we'll talk about how you can increase it. So, and then there's the other side of this, manually. So this is how your body burns calories on its own, just by resting metabolic rate. And then your body also burns calories when you do activity or you perform exercise or anything like that. So your body obviously has to use calories when you do things like clean the bathroom, walk to the dog, walk to your car, look in the fridge. Really, anytime your body is moving, you're actively burning calories, right? So I'm itching my ear right now, and I'm actually using like maybe 2 calories to make that happen. I have no idea. But, anytime you're moving, any sort of activity that you're doing, walking, again, driving, just any of that stuff, your body is using calories to make that happen. And then obviously your body burns calories through exercise as well. Now, something that I see a lot is you'd think higher intense workouts burn more calories, and you'd be right. But that's actually the worst thing you can do for your metabolism. And here is why. So basically, your metabolism, this is what causes your metabolism to speed up and slow down. So your body is really, really, really good at adapting to things. Basically, your body was designed to thrive in whatever environment you put it in. So it's always trying to become more efficient at whatever you do a lot of, or whatever you do on a normal basis. Okay, so basically, what you do normally, what your routine is what's going to dictate where your metabolism sits. Okay, so what does this look like? All right, why this is what causes it to slow down. Okay, so long bouts of cardio is the first thing that causes your body to slow down. Why? Well, like I said, your body is constantly trying to get good at what you do a lot of. So if you do a lot of cardio, what is the signal that's sending to your body? The signal that's sending to your body is, okay, Mary is going to be doing this bout of cardio every single Wednesday, so we need to be ready and we need to figure out a way to become more efficient at that activity. How does your body become more efficient at cardio? It decreases the amount of energy that is required to complete that task. So what does that look like? Well, the first time you go out here and you do cardio, you go running, swimming, biking, whatever you do, the first time that you do it ever, your body is going to burn, let's just say 500 calories doing it. Okay, let's say you run 3 miles, your body burns 500 calories. The next time you run those same 3 miles, your body is going to burn 450 calories doing it because it's gotten good at it. It's trying to adapt. The next time you run those 3 miles, it's going to burn 430 calories. You can kind of see where I'm going with this, right? Each time you do this, your body is getting good and it's getting better at it by decreasing the amount of calories required to make it happen. Okay, so that's how your body finds that equilibrium. It's how it gets good at cardio. Another thing that's going to slow your metabolism down is skipping meals, unintentional fasting, eating low calories for an extended period of time. So if you're the person who is always out here and you're trying to eat salads all the time and you're trying to, maybe I'll just skip breakfast so that I can lose weight or whatever. Well, your body's way smarter than that. It's going to, again, adapt to your normal routine of doing things. So if you always only eat 2 meals per day and they're super low calorie, one is, a salad and the other one is like just, some snacks or whatever, and you just don't eat that much on a day-to-day basis, why on earth would your body continue to burn more calories and allow you to basically starve it? Your body wants to find that equilibrium. It wants to become more efficient. It wants to thrive in whatever environment you're putting it in. So you're telling your body that we're only going to eat 800 calories per day. So guess what? Your body over time is going to learn to only burn 800 calories per day because it does not want to starve. Your body wants to live and thrive. It doesn't want to go into this starving state. So it's not going to continue to burn 2,000, 2,500 calories per day while you sit here and eat 800. It's not going to continue to do that. Over time, it's going to adjust. And this is what happens when you hit a plateau. If you've ever experienced the plateau, that means that your body has adjusted to your calorie level. It has adjusted to the way of doing things. And no matter what you do, it's not going to budge. That's what causes your metabolism to slow down. These two things right here. And this is the worst thing you can do in the long term to lose weight. Now, on the flip side, what causes your metabolism to speed up? The number one thing is by increasing the amount of muscle that you have on your body. Why? Because again, your body tries to get good at what you do a lot of. So if you lift weights and you do resistance training, meaning you try to strengthen your body, you don't go out here and run and bike and swim. That's not strengthening your body. That's not building muscle. What is building muscle is lifting weights, using resistance bands, that sort of thing to increase muscle. Because, again, your body tries to get good at what you do a lot of. So if you do a lot of strength training, your body tries to get good at that. How does your body get good at strength training, at resistance training? It builds muscle so that the next time you do this strength training, you have more muscle and you have more capability to complete that task in a more efficient way. And the more muscle that you have on your body, the faster your metabolism will get, because muscle is expensive tissue. And when I say it's expensive tissue, what I mean is it costs a lot of energy just to keep muscle on your body. Because muscle is super dense. It's like I said, it's expensive. It costs a lot. So your body wants to have that muscle on it your body wants to keep that muscle because you're strength training. So in order to keep that muscle, it's going to feed that muscle more and more calories because it likes it and it wants to keep it there. So just by having more muscle on your body, you are burning more calories just by sitting down. So if you're sitting down in a chair next to somebody and this person has 100 pounds of muscle on their body and you have 120 pounds of muscle on your body, if you're both just sitting in a chair, you are actively burning more calories just because you have more muscle on your frame. Okay. The next thing that's going to allow your metabolism to speed up is eating consistently, eating high protein, and at times eating in a small calorie surplus, eating slightly more calories. Why? Because again, your body wants to get good at what you do. A lot of it wants to adapt. So if you're telling your body, okay, well, I'm gonna slowly eat a little bit more food, then your body wants to adjust to that over time. Again, you can't go out here and just eat a bunch of, you can't eat 3,000 calories a day and expect your body to just adapt to it overnight and start to speed the metabolism up. You slowly have to do it over time, but it will eventually adapt to this new calorie level that you're eating. And, there is a limit on it, obviously, but you want to slowly increase. Okay. Now, eating high protein is super important as well because protein, protein costs a lot of energy, right? So if you eat 150 grams of protein per day, your body has to digest that amount of protein, and protein is harder to digest than carbs, right? That's why protein keeps you full longer, because it takes more energy and it takes more time to digest in your body. Okay, so that's why we want to eat high protein as well, just because it's requiring more energy and more calories from your body just to digest it. I hope that makes sense. So the next thing we're going to talk about here is literally the step-by-step guide you need to do to keep your metabolism high. And basically, this is the step-by-step thing that we do with clients in order to take their metabolism high, allow them to lose weight, in order to keep their metabolism from slowing down and plateauing again. So this is super important. Make sure you pay attention. The first thing you want to do is you want to lift weights 2 to 4 times a week. Okay, so start doing this immediately. This will keep the muscle building signal strong, thus keeping the speed metabolism up signal strong as well. Do not do any cardio besides walking. Okay. Step number 2, this is your building stage. This is your boost metabolism stage. So when you need to boost your metabolism more, start by slowly increasing the calories every few weeks. Okay. So let's take a look at an example. Let's assume that this person has been eating around 1,600 calories per day, which is a little low. We probably want to get that a little bit higher. Okay. So what's going to happen is they're going to start tracking their calories, and each couple of weeks, so week 1 and 3, we're going to bump up just 100 calories. You don't want to go too crazy in the beginning. So we're going to go 1,700 calories per day. Week number 2, or excuse me, block number 2, but weeks 4 through 6, we're going to eat 1,900 calories per day. So we're going to bump up another 200. Weeks 6 through 9, or excuse me, I should say 7 through 9, we're going to eat 2,000 calories per day. Okay, we're going to go up just 100 calories again, just for a few weeks. And then the last couple of weeks here, weeks 10 through 12, we're going to eat 2,100 calories per day. So you can see how we went up from 1,600 calories per day all the way up to 2,100 calories per day. And if you've experienced this, and we've done this with you before, you already know that you don't gain any weight. You gain very small amounts of weight, if any at all, when you're doing this process. Okay, because you've taught your body that eating more is the new normal. So in an attempt to find equilibrium, your body will start to speed up your metabolism more. Okay. So weeks 2 and 3, or excuse me, weeks 1 through 3, you're eating 1,700 calories. Your body is trying to adjust to that. So it's going to slowly start burning more calories. Plus you're lifting weights. So your body is starting to build muscle. Metabolism is boosting. You can kind of see how this works, right? You should not expect to gain much weight, maybe 3 to 5 pounds at most, but most of it's muscle anyways. Okay. Now here's what you want to do. Again, you want to change your workout. So continue lifting weights 2 to 4 times per week, but every time you increase calories again, which is every 3 to 4 weeks in that first boosting stage, you should be changing your workout. And when I say change your workout, this might look like changing exercises, changing rep ranges, and changing the weights that you're using, things like that. Again, You're still lifting weights. That's the primary exercise that you are doing right now, besides maybe walking. But the only other thing you should be doing is lifting weights. And changing exercises doesn't mean going to box jumps and, stair steppers and all this stuff that's super high heart rate. All right. Slowly, lift weights, keep that there, and change strength exercises every 3 to 4 weeks. All right. Now, here's the fun part. After about 12 weeks of that building stage, okay, you've taught your metabolism to speed up. So now it's time to lose fat, and we go into the cutting stage, okay? So what does this look like? We're going to slowly decrease calories by 500 to 700 calories per day over time. So again, let's go back up to the previous example, and let's assume that we were just eating 2,100 calories at the end of our boosting metabolism stage. So what this is going to look like is we're going to go back down by 500 calories in the beginning. So week 1 and 2, we're eating 1,600 calories per day. Weeks 3 and 4, we're eating 1,500 calories per day. Weeks 5 and 6, we're eating 1,400 calories per day to finish out the cut. And in this stage only, you can add 1 day of cardio per week in this stage, okay? Just to use it as a tool to burn a few more calories. But it should never, ever, ever, ever replace resistance training and strength training as your main mode of exercise. All right. The next to last stage here is called the reverse diet. So you don't want your metabolism to adapt to the new lower calorie mark, because we were up here metabolism wise, and then we just dropped our calories down here, and now we're losing fat. But you don't want your metabolism to slowly start slowing down and meet you down here. You have to get ahead of your metabolism before it adjusts and it adapts and it plateaus again. So after the final week of the cut, you're going to increase your calories back up to maintenance and then reassess. So what does this look like? Okay, so after your cut, we're going to go back to around 1,700 to 1,800. I should put 1,800 in here. 1,800 calories per day, and just stay there for a while. Okay, stay there for about a month or so. So you just eat this much, hang out. You're not going to be losing weight. You're not going to be gaining weight. You're just going to be staying the same, and then reassess. Do you want to lose more weight? Okay, repeat the cycle with new calorie targets. Are you good with where you are and you're happy? Stay here for a while until you want to change something up. All right, but that's how you do it. Those are the 6 steps, step by step, in order to boost your metabolism and lose fat and make sure that you don't hit that plateau. This part is super, super, super important. Okay. So the last thing here is some common mistakes and pitfalls that we see a lot. So one is going through a building stage and expecting weight loss. In those 12 weeks that you're slowly increasing your calories over time, you might lose some weight if it's your very, very, very first time doing it ever. Your body might just be like, oh my God, thank you. And you just build so much muscle so quickly that you lose fat in the meantime. Okay, but on a typical basis, you probably will not lose weight in that building stage. But it'll make the fat loss, the cutting stage, way more effective. Okay. So another mistake that we see is not going through the building stage because you want to hurry the process, right? AKA cutting it short. So maybe you go through that building stage or that boosting metabolism stage for 4 weeks, and you're like, I'm not losing weight. This is not worth it. And then you just stop. You have to see the whole process through. Okay. Another thing too is staying in the cutting phase too long. So you see a lot of times is people go, oh my gosh, I'm losing weight. This is great. I'm just going to keep doing this. And then what happens is the body adjusts, the metabolism adjusts to the new calorie level, and then you just screwed yourself completely. So do not stay in the cutting phase for more than 6 to 8 weeks. I promise you. Okay. You want to get ahead of that metabolism and go back up before your metabolism adjusts. Another mistake is just doing too much cardio. All right, you see that a lot of times too, because remember, cardio sends that slow down metabolism signal. So if you're trying to speed up your metabolism, but you're still doing a lot of cardio, you're sending conflicting signals to your body, and it's not going to go anywhere. Do not overdo the cardio. All right. Now, the last thing that I see happen a lot is people go through the cycle once and then they stay low calorie forever. So they go through the building stage, they go through the cut, they're feeling good, but then they just stay low calorie and they never go through the cycle again. Okay. You have to make this a cycling thing. You have to go up and down and up and down and up and down in order to really see sustainable long-term weight loss. Okay. You cannot just boost your metabolism once and then expect it to stay there forever. You have to continually teach your body to stay up high, lose fat, stay up high, lose fat. So it's a cycle. You have to completely keep doing it. Okay. So I hope this makes sense. Please let me know if you have any more questions about this and I can help you out with it. But I hope this was really enlightening and I hope this was informative. Let me know if something did not make sense and I can further explain it to you. But I hope you enjoyed it.